It has been 1 month since 17 people were gunned down at a Florida high school, and now students across the nation say they are standing in solidarity against violence. Good evening, I'm Tom Shad.
And I'm Anita Blanton. Students across the country and here in Hampton Roads walked out of classrooms. Their message to local, state, and federal leaders: make our schools safer. 10 on your side's Jason Marks is live in Virginia Beach after talking to students there. Jason?
And guys, students say they're very aware when a tragedy happens like the one a month ago in Florida. They say they shouldn't have to go to school and worry about someone coming into their classroom with a gun.
Because there are people who want to make a difference and who want to have their voices heard.
And today, students from all over the country did just that. They left the classroom to send a message of change.
I think I want young people to be taken seriously, even though we are young and we can't make policy and we can't really influence government as much as adults. I think they should hear our voices.
The kids that lost their lives, that's not a joke as well. Like, we should be aware of what's going on in our world today, and we should take that seriously.
In Virginia Beach, Green Run High School students gathered on the football field for 17 minutes. 1 minute for each of the victims from last month's deadly shooting at a Florida high school.
We all know that, they were people too, this could be any one of us. They were people, they deserve, for their voices to be heard. They can't speak for themselves, so we have to speak for them.
They, like many other students in America, have become victims. Instead of counting sheep at night, they count how many friends they've lost.
Students are not only remembering the victims, there's another message.
We demand stronger gun control. We demand that we feel safe in our schools, because as of right now, we don't.
This is only the first step, and students say they plan to keep on stepping until something is done.
Staying in class is not going to show that we want something to change here, and we want it to be different.
And students say they're planning another rally for April 20th. They say they'll keep on leaving class until someone finally listens to what they're saying. We're live in Virginia Beach. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
And now to the peninsula, where hundreds of students at Denby High School took part in the national walkout.
School administrators say they are not for or against the movement, but that students have a right to take a stand. 10 on your side's Laura Queso spent this afternoon in Newport News. And Laura, this was another 17-minute walkout.
Yeah, that's right. And things went pretty smoothly there on the peninsula. Students walked out of class for 17 minutes. And when time was up, school staff and administrators escorted those students back to class after they stood up for what they say is an important issue in this community and around the world.
Nobody should need a gun to solve their problems.
Students standing up for what they believe in.
We're also here to remember the students that lost their lives at Stoneman Douglas High School.
Students 1,000 miles away pushing Denby high schoolers to do something about the violence in their community.
Yeah, we can do something about it if we build a relationship with people around us instead of closing ourselves off from each other.
With the stroke of a pen, students here committed to safety within their school walls.
Nobody should have to fear for their lives coming to school.
Principal Eleanor Blow says she's not for or against the walkout.
It tells me that our students are socially conscious and they are aware. They want to be safe in school.
And says this generation of students is concerned about crime, violence.
There are things that take place in the community that causes students to be concerned about if some of those things will spill over into the school building.
So they stand in solidarity with orange ribbons and signs, walking out of class for 17 minutes. Remembering the 17 lives lost hundreds of miles away and pushing for safety in a place they call their second home.
We need to start somewhere.
And that somewhere, students say, is right here. Students hoping the movement sparks change at a local level with everyday security.
We should make a difference. There should be no more shootings in school as long as I'm in here.
I did ask several students if they feel safe at that school. All of them told me for the most part they do. We did see several police cars and school security was on hand to escort those students to and from class. Students were not penalized if they decided to walk out. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from the student-run group who helped to coordinate this walkout. I'm live, Laura Queso, 10 on your side.
And while young people walked out of classes across the country, some students and staff at a school in Chesapeake took a different approach. Inside Greenbrier Christian Academy, 17 chairs were adorned with a white ribbon, flower, and photo representing each shooting victim from Parkland, Florida. At 10 a.m., classes passed each photo each in their own way, reflecting on what they took away from the experience. While the phrase "sending thoughts and prayers" has taken criticism recently, the staff at Greenbrier Christian wanted to send a different message.
We wanted them to focus on caring about people and serving people rather than the political agenda that's going on outside.
Putting their pictures and their names here with their ages make it so much more real. In the pictures you can see their personalities, what they like to do, their smiles, and it made it so real. It made it more than just names on a piece of newspaper.
And later, students divided into 17 groups at 17 locations throughout the school to hear biographies on the victims and pray for their families.
North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper posted reaction to the student walkouts today. Cooper called the students taking a stand brave to make their voices heard. This is video from National School Walkout Day in Charlotte, North Carolina. Cooper said the kids' message is clear. They want action on school safety and gun reform, and so does he. Cooper directed the North Carolina Department of Public Safety to ensure rapid deployment training and school emergency response plans are in order. That's just one preventative measure he outlined in today's post. To read more about Governor Cooper's recommendations, head to WAVY.com.